Let me guess. You charge your phone every day at least once a day, and you always check that you have enough battery on it to make it through. I would say that we are all probably quite good at keeping on top of this. However, how often are you paying attention to your own personal battery levels? What if we thought about ourselves and our own energy levels as much as we think about our smartphones? Our own energy levels are so important to how we experience things, how we feel on a day-to-day basis, and how we cope up with and manage our lives. Many of us are not giving ourselves the time to recharge our batteries or take stock when we are running low on energy. We don't have our screens like smartphones with a little battery icon to tell us when we are running low on battery or our own energy. And so we need to learn to recognize it in ourselves when we are feeling drained. You might notice your eyes feeling heavy and you're having less motivation than normal on some days. You might find yourself waking up but not feeling as refreshed, or perhaps getting agitated more quickly or feeling more emotional during the day. All of these signs can be the signs that you are running low on your personal battery. So stop ignoring these signs and start taking little actions to help you recharge yourself physically and mentally. If you start taking more action, you will notice feeling less stressed and more happy. In this video, I will share useful ways for you to have the energy for your typical workday, and also suggest you how you can recharge your energy through the day to ensure that you are productive, happy, and contented even at the end of your day. So take a moment to like this video so that it stays with you in your playlist for your future reference, and subscribe to our channel to continue accessing content that will help you to grow, succeed, and find solutions to your business, career, and life issues. Have you ever noticed that we are all in such a hurry these days? So when someone gives you their full attention, it actually feels kind of unexpected and wonderful. Getting this type of energy boost can make all the difference in your workday. It literally lights up your brain and prepares you to do your best work, which means that we can actually get more done in less time and without all the stress related wear and tear. I understand that at first you might feel that it's a waste of time considering everything that needs to be done in your busy day, or if you are in a meeting with a really full agenda. But this energy is our capacity to do the work. And how we spend our time shows us where we prioritize our energy. So if we are not strategic or mindful about how we show up in our time, we can't always give it our best. So let's talk about how to get that energy boost during the day. You can try these things. First, start any meeting or conversation with a sincere exchange of what I would call exchange of energy. Like sharing what you feel grateful for, telling a funny story, or building connections through fun experiences that have nothing to do with work at all. This way you quickly optimize the time that you have, and people will surely remember it. Another practice: always be totally present in the conversation and avoid multitasking. Turn off your phone and make direct eye contact with whosoever you are speaking with. For instance, take a moment to think your most memorable conversations. They probably are about the content you want to talk about, and when your companion in the conversation looks fully involved. It is such a great experience. Also, someone asks you a question and then they are really interested in your answer. That feeling of involvement in the conversation. You will agree that you will always leave those meetings feeling energized and encouraged. So take the time to think and reflect on this. This allows you to respond to our day-to-day life rather than just reacting, and also everybody wins in this kind of interaction. Our health is better, we are happier, and we do a much better job. I'm not saying that your time isn't important as well. We all know how important our time is. We actually obsess about it and we constantly feel like we don't have it enough. What I'm actually suggesting is that when we prioritize our energy first, we end up using our time more wisely and feeling healthier and happier in our time as a result. If you're like most people, you would have experienced times when you're so tired at night that you can't get your brain to slow down and actually let you rest so that you're tired and connected at the same time. So, creating better experiences or patterns during the day will help you to have the energy you need to perform at high levels and be able to actually turn it off when you need to rest and recharge. There are 5 times during the day when it's most important for you to recharge your brain and body for peak performance. The first two are the opening and closing moments of your day. The first thing in the morning and then the right time before you go to your bed. When you recharge at the beginning and at the end of your day, you actually prepare your brain to get into the state that's needed for the desired outcome, whether it's being super focused on tasks at work, being patient, loving and kind with your family at home, or feeling relaxed enough to let go of the worries from the day so that you can sleep well and wake up feeling rested. If you're not sure where to start, consider adding a few moments of gratitude, prayer, etc. to your morning routine, or a brisk morning walk would really help. At night, think about something interesting that happened to you during your day. Both of these are super simple, they don't take much time, but they shift your energy into a more optimal state. Now, once you have got your routines to start and end your day right, focus on how you eat, move, and take breaks. Pay special attention to how you do these things even more than what you do. For example, everyone knows that what you eat and how much you eat impacts your energy, but you may be surprised to know that how you eat carries just as much importance. When you take a minute to really appreciate your food, you put your brain into a more positive state that actually enables you to digest food more effectively, and everyone knows that we need physical exercise during the day, but what may surprise you is that how often you move may be more important than how much time you spend at the gym. Moving regularly is a fundamental part of energy management. Finally, how and when you take breaks really matters. For most people, this is the hardest habit to create because we tend to feel like we always have to be working, but we all know that we can't be effective if we are going non-stop. So it's critical that we stop to recharge regularly. Now, it can be tough to prioritize self-care if you feel like it's selfish, or if you're worried that if you stop going so fast, you might not start up back up again. Just know that it's all normal. With so much to do and so little time, it's easy to convince ourselves that we will rest later, or we will maybe take a vacation later, or we will take care of ourselves later. But the reality is that we really don't change much at all until something breaks or breaks down. We tend to just ignore our stress like it's not there, or just carry it around on our back, where it weighs us down and destroys our energy and our performance. And because it's contagious, that stress starts spilling out to negatively impact everyone around us. But the good news is that our positive energy is contagious too. So when we commit it to recharge ourselves and shift into a more positive state, we naturally recharge and energize those around us, which is why I say that self-care is not selfish. It's actually one of the best things we can do to take care of those we care about. So as you think about your day, when do you take the time to take care of yourself? And what types of things do you enjoy doing that you could build into your daily routine on a more regular basis, like maybe listening to music, doing some exercises where you just breathe in and breathe out for a few minutes as you think about someone you appreciate and feel the relaxing sensation around in your heart. Or maybe it's watching a funny video or listening to a funny comedian you enjoy, having a funny playlist or a folder where you keep your videos or audios or images that make you laugh. Now, what can make breaks more energizing is sharing them with someone else. Whether it's laughing or meditating or going for a quick walk, when you recharge with a friend or a family member, you maximize your return on investment. You also have more accountability if you make a commitment to recharge with someone else because you are less likely to back out of it at the last minute. You also boost a brain chemical known as oxytocin that not only makes you feel good, it also helps to solidify new habits so that you're more likely to do it again and again. So take a few moments right now to write down a couple of ways you could recharge your energy throughout the day and maybe one more intense recharge session each week. Make sure your plans are realistic and keep them short and simple. Then think about someone you could ask to join you from time to time to help you stick with your commitment. Write their names down and make a plan to tell them about your goal as soon as you can take to action them together. As you start to work on these ways, with just a little practice, it will become easier for you to make them part of your daily routine. And then, as you start feeling better and getting more positive feedback from people around you, you will be even more motivated to stay on course. You will find yourself leading a more productive, more happy, and more energetic life. Hope you found this useful. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel as we regularly post content to help you grow and succeed. Thanks for watching.